Okay, thank you. So maybe first question, do you vibe code now? Anyone? Okay. Do you use Cursor or something like that? JetBrains? Okay, cool. So this last talk is maybe more soft one. I'm not a Go developer, so I will talk about how we built a vibe coding tool. We built it in 3 months, and me personally, I was always co-founder of something. So 10 years ago, we created a first startup, Avocode. Then this Avocode startup was solving a collaboration issue between the, designers and developers. We built it for 10 years and eventually exited to a New York company, which was very convenient because we knew that Figma was actually killing us. So it was a nice exit. Then I was like 2 years in a bigger company. A bigger means like 400 people. And I was actually shocked by how slow is everything, basically. Like when we did a decision, it took I don't know, weeks to do something. So I'm not sure if this is normal in bigger companies because it was my first time, but I was feeling like I'm on vacation or something, which was still good because I just had two small kids, so it was nice. But eventually I started to feel the urge to build something new. So um, a year ago, we created Lengtail, which was or still is. It's a prompt management platform. So there are so many LLM providers like OpenAI, Anthropic, Google Gemini, Llama, Mistral, DeepSeek, and they are like uh, you cannot really take one prompt or instructions and use it with the same quality and same output across different providers. So what we solved is you need some sort of evaluations, and you can see like how it performs, and then you pick the best provider and model for your use case. This unfortunately was quite hard to sell because most of the companies were at the very beginning. They were like, yeah, we heard about AI and we don't understand evaluations at all. So we eventually pivoted this February to Macaly, and Macaly, for how many of you are Go developers here? So yeah, most of you. So I bet you hate building UI and front end, right? Nice. So Macaulay could be potential solution for you. Um, so I will now talk about how it works, like what is like good for, and how we build it, like what we used, etc. So the most important thing is how to pronounce it. It's we like it's in Czech. Like we worked hard. So Macaulay, and with Y at the end. So it's like women. So women worked hard. So Macaulay. Um, and it's like AI agent. I know that many people hate the word agent because what does it mean? Agent, in how I understand it, is that you have prompt. The prompt has tools, and there is some sort of loop, and the agent is deciding itself what to do. Our agent has access to the sandbox, which is a Linux environment, and the agent can run bash commands. It can read files, write files, edit files. It can browse the internet, and um, yeah, it can run type checker and these kind of stuff. And it's still a vibe coding. I'm not sure if you know this guy. He is like icon of this whole like vibe coding movement. It's a music producer, and he's because of his look, he is like symbol of this whole vibe coding. Because if you know, instruct AI to build something, you eventually wish for the best. There is like it's not deterministic. So sometimes it works nicely, nice output. Sometimes it's worse. Now, like, what is Macaly good for? It's really good for marketing pages, like a landing page or like simple page for a restaurant, or I don't know, you need a web page for a wedding or something like that. You can have this kind of web page in, I don't know, 3 minutes. Then it's quite useful for internal apps. So you don't really need to use some sort of software like Retool or something like that. You can now use this. Like you could paste some, I don't know, CSV data which you need to visualize or something like this. It's also really useful for quick prototypes, so you don't need to wait for designers to do something in Figma, then have a lot of iterations. You can just have this prototype with UX designers, or even someone who is a product manager could do this prototype really fast. You can also do little games. I will show it, or slides, which um, I will reveal something in a moment, and then some sort of like your personal website or something like that. And it's sometimes it's not the most efficient way, but it's the most fun way to build this, because you just tell to do something, and most of the time it works. Our competitors, you might know, Lovable. They are from Sweden, and Bolt is from San Francisco. And we actually decided to build this because we used Bolt, and I was frustrated that they didn't, in my opinion, implement the most obvious feature, that when I build something, I want to, like send a pull request to a GitHub repository in my organization. It was not possible to do, which was annoying. So that was one of the reasons why we built Macaly at the beginning. Now, how it's like different? As I said, Macaly is more agentic. It has tools which can be called, and most of the competitors have like one-shotted solution, which means you will have like input like create me a website, and then they only output like one message. I think the reason is that they trying to save some money, because they get everything in one message. They usually use some sort of special XML text in the message. They parse the code, and then they show it and wish for the best that it will maybe work. What we are doing is that we are using tools. So actually, we are doing more requests. It costs more, but it usually has better outputs, and you can have like lint tools, or tools which will check the actual output. You can have tools like Playwright, which will for real try to click on the generated website. We also are connected to the internet, which is also useful for APIs, because you might know that LLMs have some like cutoff knowledge, and if there is any popular library, especially in JavaScript world, it's, I don't know, every few months there is a new version, and that's not really useful for LLMs because they are using the old API. So this internet connection is useful. We can generate images, and we are especially designed for non-developers. And we are using Next.js as a main template, which is useful if you want to build something which has like content and you want to be indexable. And also we can host your website with just one click. This is how it looks like. It's you have like on the left you have text area where you type, and on the right you see the results. You don't need to set up any environment or anything like that. It also works on phones, which is quite convenient, and you can also use your voice. And yeah, we are dog fooding Langtail for this. This is how it looks. We can like quite easily try to use different providers, and there are like so many of them, and um, like every few months there is a new one which claims to be the best, but we know now that the leaderboards are not really what you should seek, because most of the time you need your own data to evaluate if it's really good or better than the current solution, which we can do quite fast with this tool. And yeah, this is, in my opinion, the coding spectrum right now. So there is a pro code, which is like, it's basically you using your editors, and you really understand what you are doing. Then there are like vibe coding people. They don't like, if you are developers, you still understand it, and I think you can get most out of that. If you are a non-developer, I think you are happy that you eventually have something which is working, and then in my opinion the no code will not exist in I don't know, a few years or maybe months, because it doesn't make sense in my opinion anymore, or there or some useful parts of no code will be part of the vibe coding. And yeah, this is how we build it. You might know like E2B, which is also Czech startup, and they are they are doing these like sandboxes. I think at the backend is Firecracker, so it's quite fast to create a new sandbox. You have new sandbox in, I don't know, one second. Then we are using a Vercel AI SDK, which is like, it's not something you must use, but it's very convenient to easily switch providers. We are using Langtail to just test those prompts, and you might know like Perplexity. If you do you use Perplexity? Okay, so Perplexity is trying to be a new Google. They have also their own models which you can use in your product. And we are using Replicate. Replicate is something like, it basically hosts open source like Gen AI models for images, for voice, for video. So it's pretty easy to use. 11 Labs, which we are using for a real-time voice, and then then the agent, as I said, it's running in the loop. Yeah, and this is my favorite party trick, that this whole talk was actually generated in Macaly. So I just said what I want to have here on the slides, and it generated the the whole presentation. And I have like a couple of examples here. For example, I created this Prague Go meetup page where I also generated this logo. So I think it might be even official one. So that was actually one-shot. It has this like just this like simple input, and then you wait for like, I don't know, 2 minutes to get the output. Then you might know the Rebook Afera. I was actually thinking that it's quite sad that many people hope to get these like very cheap shoes. So I one-shotted this like shop where you can actually get this feeling how like you did a really good deal. So you can try to buy a few shoes here. You can, you know, check the basket. You can, you know, buy more because why not? It's so cheap. And then eventually you can pay and not receive it. So yeah, that was fun. Then it's also, as I said, it's quite useful for, you know, generating some simple games. So you can, this one is, this one is, you know, using the camera, and it should track my hand, and I can like kill the fruit here. So it could be, you know, even nice to build something with kids, and it was also one-shotted. Oh no, this wasn't one-shotted. It's this one was like 12 shots, I would say. And the last one, yeah, this was just like someone needs to, you know, have a little internal app. No one would, you know, build it for him because it's just like something niche. So this was actually built for a friend. He wants to know something about his pool. I don't really understand it, but you can put something here and eventually get some, you know, info about what you should do. So I think these kind of like personal software is really something which I think will be interesting for the future. That, you know, you will not pay a developer to build this. You can just like do it yourself. And yeah, I guess that's about what I wanted to share. So if you have any questions.
Can you change something via prompt and show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so what do we want to change?
Yeah, change the Prague Go Meetup to Prague Go Meetup 20.
Okay. So I can use this like edit button to make more like aimed changes. Change text to, and you said Prague.
Go Meetup 20.
Okay, go.
Yeah, we have 20 of
20, like this?
Yeah.
Okay. So just to make it more easier for him, I will do this. So he will think.
Yeah, if you do in browser, faster. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this is kinda not right now optimized for changing copy. Yeah, no, it's refreshing now.
Okay. No, nice.
Yeah, it's there. So this like
it works.
technically, it the agent has edit tool, so it knows that it could use this edit tool. And by the way, technically, editing code is kinda not easy because you have like, you know, I don't know, 200 lines of code, but the LLMs are always writing from the start to bottom. But you, for example, want to change just one simple line. So what you are like, you have some tricks. What you can do, you can try LLM to generate like a diff format, which is not it's not working all the time, which is annoying. Then you could try to, you know, it could return the old string and the new string, and you will just do replace, which we are using at the moment. And then there are new hot YC companies which are focusing on this specific niche problem, and they have like fine-tuned models which are working in a same way as Cursor. So it's like speculative LLM model, which will you will still need to provide the whole old file and then just a change, and it will output the whole file again, but with a cheaper model. So yeah, that was just a technical note.
Super nice.
And where is it stored? I mean, is it somehow connected to GitHub, VCS, any type of VCS?
Yeah, if you know what is GitHub, which most of the non-developers don't know, but if you know, you can actually connect it to GitHub. You can even import GitHub repositories. So actually, if you want to collaborate, like if you are a non-developer, but you have, let's say, you feel empowered and you want to collaborate with developers, you can actually, you will send them a pull request and they will probably close it, but you can try it.
But I should manually create pull requests, or this tool can create the pull requests.
It will open a new page. Right now, I think
You probably seen this Microsoft I don't know, this presentation, and Copilot can create you
Yeah.
can assign the issue and it will just do the all the machinery.
yeah.
Okay,
So
you create
this wasn't created to any existing repository, so it created a new one. But yeah, it's
so PRs.
yeah
also-
PRs on top of that. It's
And MCP you supporting,
no, not at the moment.
but you have some.
We have some tools
Plans
which calls APIs, so it's basically.
And maybe last question. So any ideas or roadmaps or something regarding how to make those AI stuff more predictable and more controllable and more, reproducible?
Yeah, actually, we have quite a lot of demand for, and I think it's interesting use case that there are so many old websites, and there is like the administrator might, I don't know, die or something, or not, like the people is not possible to contact in any way. And I think there is a use case where you would scrape the old website and create a new one with, vibe coding tools. So that's one of the things I think it's interesting. We could use Apify for that. Then I think some sort of like if the model have like a visual representation of the website, that would be also useful, because right now it's basically blind. So if you say, hey, the shadow is weird, like the model is saying, you are completely right, but it doesn't see the shadow. So I think that would be useful. And yeah, I think we want to actually implement the database inside, but in a way that the non-developers don't know that it's actually a database. So it looks like, I don't know, CSV file or something like that.
Just give them Google Sheets. Yeah, that's enough for normal people. Any other questions? Thanks, Petr. That was great. Looking in something different that is always useful, and everyone playing with AI tools, and that's important to know more about it. Thanks everyone to join us today.